Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of 5-Minute Tips. So it is currently December 3rd, I believe. So we just got through the Thanksgiving holiday and Stephanie and I actually traveled back home to the Chicagoland area to visit friends and family. So today's 5-minute tip is going to be about healthy holidays. So we might have a couple of these coming up over the next few weeks as we get into the prime of the holiday season. But today we wanted to talk about a specific way that you can have a more healthy and happy holiday with your spouse. And that tip, I guess you could say, is setting those time boundaries or parameters, what have you. You know, really figuring out who you're going to see, when you're going to see them, and how long you're going to see them. Because for us in particular, we just spent 10 days in the Chicagoland area seeing all kinds of friends and family. So it was a really, really busy time for us. And I think one thing that really kept us kind of sane, I guess for lack of a better term, was the fact that we really planned it out and we really had a good idea of who we were going to see, when we were going to see them, how long we were going to go and see them, because we did sometimes have multiple friends or family that we were seeing during the day. And that was just something, kind of a parameter that we set a few weeks ago when we were planning this trip, and I think it really helped.
Yeah, so what we did is we actually looked at a calendar in advance because we knew the time was going to be so crunched, and then we tried to fit in some scheduled events, pre-scheduled events like a family event or a birthday party type thing that we were attending, and then we actually listed out, you know, all the people that we really wanted to make sure that we saw on this trip. And it doesn't mean that we didn't want to see them at other times or things like that, but just who we knew we maybe hadn't seen in a while, or it was, you know, good time to see them on this trip. And we did have approximate times and parameters. Now, I know this can sound potentially a little insensitive because I know you love all your friends and family and you want to give everybody the most amount of time, but the reality is that you're only two people and you only have so much time. And so you have to be diligent about setting that expectation with each other. So for example, we were actually at one event and we were trying to coordinate seeing more people in kind of a shortened amount of time because we had 3 places to be in that day and we couldn't really make that coordinating happen. The other participants of the event couldn't really get there any earlier. And so when it came time to go, to be totally honest with you, even though I was the schedule creator for the most part, I was really struggling. I didn't want to say goodbye yet. I wanted to last minute ask Scott, wait, can we just stay here a little bit longer, and then blah, blah, blah. And it was tough. I'm not going to lie to you. It was tough, but I had to fight the urge to do that because we had already set the plan and the expectation. And by bringing that up and kind of stirring that up, I would have just caused a potential argument and other people who we made promises to feel badly.
Exactly, and the number one priority here is to really keep yourselves and your partnership as the number one focus. Setting the plan and making sure that you have time set up, you know, is really there for you to really have that time with the quality people that you want to spend time with, and that could be multiple plans throughout the day. And the holidays get really stressful because, you know, other friends and family, they have their expectations of where you're supposed to be. We keep coming back to that word, expectations. Expectations that really exist in all relationships. And when it comes to holidays, I think a lot of people really get a heightened sense of where you are supposed to be spending your time.
Yeah.
It's your time, so you need to make sure to make it clear to each other where you would like to be and how long you would like to be, both in a positive and also in a negative way. Sometimes you don't want to spend time with certain people when the other person does, so you need to make sure you talk about that and make sure you agree, you know, we're going to go to so-and-so's house for a few hours, and then after that we're going to go to so-and-so's house after that. And that's whether you're traveling or whether you're at home. I think sometimes it's even more difficult when you're at home because relatives just expect you to be there.
Yeah.
So you need to make it clear that this is what you're going to be doing to both each other and to them. Hey, Mom, we'll be over for Christmas dinner at 4, not before then, because we're going by Aunt so-and-so's house on the other side. So just really making sure that everybody knows what's going on.
So I guess the main takeaways from this are to, like we've mentioned before, schedule in advance diligently. Make sure all your time is blocked out. Then that's number 1. Number 2, resist the urge to change plans at the last second because it'll just cause frustration for you and your partner and cause unnecessary arguments.
Or the people that are waiting for you.
Yep. And number 3, if somebody tries to guilt you or make you feel bad about the parameters that you've sent, all you say is, you know what, I totally understand because I want to spend more time with you too. We just already made this other commitment and I would love to schedule some other time to spend with you at a different time. Try not to apologize too much and don't make the focus about, you know, saying, oh, I'm so sorry, we should do this, we should do that. You just, you know, do the best you can to stay positive and refocus on another time you can spend together.
Exactly. And we'll have some more holiday tips coming up because we're right in the thick of the season.
Yep.
So thanks for stopping in. We will catch you guys at another time.
Yep, on our next video. All right,
All right,
bye.
bye.